Live.
All right, we are live, and the New York Mets have gotten us to a point, not even by July 1st, have driven us to the point where we now have to burn shit, to burn the bad juju down. We talked about it last episode. KFC said he's going to burn the hat. Frank the Tank said he's going to burn the WBC jersey. I'm going to burn the Flashdance DVD that I just bought just to fucking burn it. Got it in one day from Amazon, and it's going right up to fucking heaven or hell. Deleting the tweet as well. Phil has his Max Scherzer. Like, that's a nice Funko. It's probably like a good $20 Funko Pop. If you left it in case, it might be worth something one day because it's part of a cursed season. So, and we have Kyle, who just came back after a 14-hour train ride at the end of his bachelor party because it is impossible to fly out of Canada right now, apparently. So we are back, and we are furious, and we just want it all to end, just like retirement. Everyone thinks about the day they'll eventually get to retire and enjoy all the freedom that comes with it. The day I can retire and no longer talk about the New York Mets will be one of the greatest days of my life, and no longer have to ride the goddamn very few dizzying highs and the fucking mind-numbing lows that come with this team. I can't believe we're back again, but we are, and that's just the way it is. So who says you have to wait decades to kick back and chill out? Get your Coors Light. It's the only thing that's keeping us in one piece during these goddamn awful times. Pairs well with a great retired state of mind. The mounds on the bottle and the cans turn blue when it's ready. That's how you know you're ready to go to retirement land. Kunstlerina, if you want to call it Kunstlerina, that's exactly where it is. Kunstlerina is basically a retirement community for Mets fans every single season. So it's perfect for all your summer plans or lack thereof. No judgment here. This summer, chill like you're retired with Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/believe. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. All right, boys. The Mets lost last night on Wednesday. However, I have to admit this. On Tuesday night when they beat the Brewers, I thought we were back. That's how fucking sick and twisted my fucking brain is right now. But I didn't fucking Mets. I thought we were back. David Peterson getting into jams, getting out of jams. The offense puts up runs, and I'm like, here we fucking go. We're ready to rock. And I'm a fucking moron.
Well, no, but here's the thing. Okay, so it was another game that we got to update the 7-run stat in a good way. For the first time in a long time, we were on the left side of the ledger with a win. And the problem is with last night's game is perfectly acceptable. That was a regular baseball game. The offense has put up, 6 or 7 runs. How many times in the last couple weeks? There's gonna be nights where they go to sleep and you only put up a couple runs, and it wasn't like a terrible pitching performance. The bullpen finally didn't get it done there, and that happens. That was just a baseball loss. The problem is when those come on the heels of 4 or 5 games where you lose with 6 or 7 runs, you can't. It just feels like you can't have those because it's getting late early, and now we're getting to the part of the season where it's like if we want to make a run to even contend, you have to win all these type of games. So I feel bad even trashing them for last night's loss because that was normal. I just want normal baseball with normal wins when you score 7 runs and normal losses where sometimes you got to tip your cap. The Brewers are an okay team. You lose 4-2 or whatever the final 5-2, whatever. And it just is what it is. But it feels like, you have no margin for error every other game when you've blown the 7-run games. So it's like, can you kill, what was it, Joe Smith, right? Coming back? It happens. It's just the other games that are the motherfuckers.
Joe Smith, that's a throwback.
Dude, I've been living. Joe Smith comes up every Immaculate Grid. I think of Joe Smith. I thought of Steve Cishek when I saw today's. I am living in fucking sidearm land myself, Kev. Don't worry about it.
I wish. Yeah.
I wish it was Joe Smith instead of Grant Hartwig, whoever that should have went to med school.
Grant Hartwig is the most. If you were writing a movie and you were you need the douchebag country club boyfriend, it would be Grant Hartwig. Can't believe these names. We got the Guinea Dominic Leone. We got the preppy Grant Hartwig. I hate them all.
It's a fucking disaster in all things. And, what we usually do is we break down the series, go, game by game, then we do the preview. Today, we're just going to burn some shit. That's the
burning
first thing we're going to do. We're going to burn some shit. We're going to burn away the Juju. We talked about it last episode. We got our boy Frank the Tank here. I mean, I don't know if boy is the word. I actually was looking for a picture of Citi Field on fire, and I stumbled upon the picture of Frank and the thumbs down guy meeting each other at Citi Field. And I said, maybe this will be the thing that turns around the 2019 Mets.
Do you see the graphic Quiggs made of him, turned it into a photo album? I mean, a record album? I'll show you in a second.
Okay. So Frank's so we're all just gonna burn some shit because that's basically, as Mets fans, that's what we're trying to do. You have to burn the Juju. I think in baseball, Juju is about equal to the players on the field, if not stronger. So we're gonna do our part as the fans. That's all we can fucking do. Frank said he's gonna burn the WBC jersey. That, again, the WBC has been a bugaboo for the Mets dating back to the first one when it took JJ Poots away from us and gave us a supposed strength of a bullpen to the typical dog shit we're used to. KFC is burning the goddamn hillbilly hat that made no goddamn sense from the jump. A giant bass fish on a Mets hat.
My son gave it to me for Father's Day. It was a beautiful gift for my son for my birthday. And I'm setting it on fire.
Yep, it's the devil's work. I'm burning Flashdance because I had it as the Mets victory song after every game. The Mets apparently sucked the year it came out, according to Frank, which is, looking back, is true. So I said, all right, I bought the DVD. It's still in it was just in the Amazon package still. I bought it just so I can burn it, send it to hell. I will delete the video as well, and the tweet will be dead. And again, Phil has his Max Scherzer thing there as well. So welcome to the show, Frank. I don't know how you're doing isn't even really a thing. Just give me an update from Tankland.
Misery. Sheer misery.
Yep.
Any
hope, Frank? Any hope?
I have no hope.
None?
Steve Cohen's press conference yesterday didn't help. I'm concerned he's going to stop spending. Our farm system is...
Frank does this all the time. He says if we don't win next year, he's another Wilpons. Like, we just spent $500 million and it didn't work out. There's no threat of not spending. There's no threat of not.
Let me finish. If this team doesn't want to spend, if they want to stop spending and build to the draft, if they don't want to go after Shohei Ohtani, if they don't want to go after any pitcher, any pitcher.
Why would that happen, Frank? Why do you think that would happen?
Because I think Steve Cohen's will say that maybe this is not the path.
No. He just paid off Escobar's salary to get better prospects when they shipped them out.
But here's my thing. If the Mets, I either want one or two things. I either want them to go full all in next year, trade as many people as you can before the season's over. Marte,
who's untouchable?
If you're going to go full all in, Alonso.
Wait, you're saying go full all in, meaning
for next year?
The opposite. Turn it that, burn it all and trade everybody.
If their decision is this is not working, we need to focus on youth. Then blow the whole fucking thing up, and even trade Pete Alonso.
No, that's crazy. I think I'd
rather them trade Pete Alonso than to go halfway.
Yeah,
you just said he's untouchable.
Okay, but I don't think that's halfway. I think you're actually right in the sense that you probably, let's say I don't think it's going to happen, but if Max and Verlander, if Max has a bounce back year, if they go out and get a big free agent, there is still enough talent on the team that they could be okay. But I think you're probably right. It's probably better to pull the plug now than to limp through a couple more years. It's honestly look at the team and say, are they really a World Series contender? You could maybe have
I have my serious doubts about Pete Alonso.
Well, I guess that's a different debate.
He's starting to look like a potential Chris Davis.
Oh, that's extreme.
Yeah, I don't know if all of a sudden we're going to throw.
The home runs are nice, but I can't take this 220 batting average. And people tell me that batting average doesn't matter.
It does matter, but it's not like Chris Davis.
He's a 40 home run guy every year. You can point to Adam Dunn if you want to do that.
Adam Dunn's better.
But I don't want to. But the 220 batting average is unacceptable. It's not helping.
I don't think this franchise is in any position to turn down a 40 home run guy. So I
who's
also think
also
that,
not
you know,
getting paid that much.
We're and I don't think we're gonna. You know,
But
if you tell me
could he
Pete
be the
Alonso's
guy
gonna
that
cost
gets
$400 million,
could he be the
that-
guy that gets us like the 5, like a prospect haul?
You're going to trade him for a known entity for a prospect haul of unknown entities. Like then we're really doing a rebuild, and then it's like, what's the point?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I either want them to continue this path, go after Shohei, or if they said that this is
they should go after Shohei no matter what. I mean, to me, that's a guy that you should grab whether you're in or starting to rebuild. I don't think.
And the one thing I don't understand is, okay, you don't want to fire Buck, you don't want to fire the manager, you don't want to fire the GM. Why can't we fire one coach?
Because none of that matters, Frank. That's just to appease.
Do you remember 1999?
Bob Apodaca. Bob Apodaca. You're talking about Bob Apodaca, right? You talking about Bob Apodaca?
Yeah.
Say his name, Frank. Say it. I want to hear you say
Bob
his
Apodaca.
I do. The Frank. Like
it wasn't
the
just Bob
Jersey
Apodaca
accent.
though. They fired Randy Neiman. They fired who was the hitting coach? They fired.
Dude,
Tom
it's
Robinson?
not. Listen. I understand what you mean. The Phillies fired Joe Girardi. Things turn around. When you have the worst starting pitching in baseball,
Right.
these figurehead
But
firings are just to appease the fans.
But something is not clicking with Jeremy Hefner. Maybe he's
Fine,
maybe
that's
he's
fine.
bringing-
We could fire
that's
him.
the
but
scalp I
that's
want.
Not going to fix anything.
That's
I
the
get what
scalp
you mean.
I want is Jeremy Hefner.
Fine. That is okay. But
And also Don Cheedy. Why do we get rid of Bogerson?
Frank, Don Cheedy and Jerry Hefner are not the problem. Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer has ERAs in the 5s. That's the problem.
Well,
So-
here's another thing that I want to do. Whoever is in our anal licking department,
Nice.
we don't have an analytic department. We have an anal licking department.
You love that one, don't you?
I mean,
Listen, Frank. Here,
the
don't
Tampa
you
Bay
think?
Rays have
Listen,
no
Frank,
resources.
don't
and
you
yet
think this is the reality?
They do all this stuff. Who is in their analytic department? Why don't we have those guys?
We
working
do,
for us?
Frank. We do, though, bro. We do. It
It doesn't look that way.
It just yes, because this is a horrible season. We put all our eggs in 2 Hall of Famers baskets, and they decided to end their careers this year. That's what happened.
But it's not even that. The offense isn't.
Yes, it is. The offense is fine. The offense is fine. It might be up and down. It might be streaky. It's totally fine.
Underperforming. Everyone.
But even with that, they're okay. They are scoring enough runs. It might be streaky, and it's infuriating how it can be up and down. The offense is not the problem. They're in the top 10 in the league.
McNeil, what has happened to him?
It's just the pitching. That's it. It's just the pitching.
Yeah, like you could point to McNeil and be like, "What the fuck happened, McNeil?" And none of us know what happened
Totally.
to McNeil. You would think he would have gotten better without the shift, not worse, right?
I mean,
Totally.
but
This is what we said. This is why Frank.
Senga yesterday. Yeah, you only allowed 2 runs.
Yeah, yes, Frank. I'd like our pitchers to not have 100 pitches in 5 innings. I agree.
And remember last year? We made those pitchers work. We don't do that this year.
Remember last year how fucking great it was, and you complained every single goddamn day when this is what you should really complain about?
Most of my complaining was not about the Mets, actually.
Oh my god. I can't. Let's
It
get
actually
the
was about the Braves not losing.
No, it wasn't. That was the problem. If you said that every day, I would understand it. But you bashed the team when the only problem was that the Braves were amazing. You dumb asshole.
But we couldn't.
No, listen. Here's what happened.
We couldn't shake them, and it was frustrating.
Frank.
It was frustrating.
Yes, it was frustrating, and you took your frustrations out on them for no goddamn reason because you're an asshole. The problem is, it's not even a problem. I said this a million times. Cohen came in, and he needed to turn around a fucking cruise ship. And that takes a long time to undo what all the Wilpons did and build it back up. In the meantime, they got hot. They clicked. They had a really good season. They said, let's try to make this happen and go all in on a couple old guys. And if it doesn't work, you were kind of playing with house money in the first place. So now you get back to the long game of building a franchise, building infrastructure, building the analytics like you want. But Frank, that takes time. You don't just hire an analytics team and they go get you a World Series in one season. It doesn't happen.
But I don't see it in the minors. I don't see why is
because it
why
takes
do
a long
our
time to build
prospects come
up
and suck.
We called up guys who were, Alvarez at first looked questionable. Now he started to look good. Beatty's going through the growing pains. Everyone wanted Vientos. We saw what he can do. We have guys that we've called up.
I see what
Pete
Vientos
Alonso's
do,
from
and
the
I-
farm
and-
system. Jeff McNeil's from the farm
Vientos,
system.
I think
Like,
Vientos
there are guys there.
I don't think Vientos is part of the future.
I think
That's what I'm saying, though.
Beatty
Like,
benefited
this
from
is-
everyone like focusing on Vientos. Like, why isn't he getting more playing time? Because Beatty has not played up to the standards
He
that everyone
has
was
not-
expecting.
He's not homered since May 19th.
Yeah.
He has 3 total extra base hits in the month of June. all doubles.
This is my point. Everybody was screaming for those guys, and then you get them, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. Our top prospects that everybody was drooling over aren't that good. Because in reality, you need to build up a farm system so you have like dozens of guys to choose from, and you get lucky on some and you get unlucky on others, and some come out of nowhere and some get injured. Like it does. You're not just going to have 3 prospects. You call them up and all 3 of them are good. Probably more often than not, none of them are going to be good because it's hard to do. And it takes years and years and years, like the Dodgers.
Well, why aren't we? I mean, I just don't see signs of hope.
I'll tell you why, Frank. Because there's a curse with this franchise, and we're gonna burn all the fucking Juju. So I'm gonna go get my Flashdance DVD. Kev, you got your hat. Kev, you got to be careful. I saw gasoline and a car.
Now
both
here's
pretty
the,
close to each other.
Now here's the issue with the jersey. The jersey, I brought it in yesterday. It's at the office.
Oh God.
Oh
Damn
no.
it.
Okay. Well,
I tried to
that's
give it to I tried to give it to Phil.
That's okay, because what I said, I put it out there to all the fans too. Everyone, as long as they're safe, should burn something as well. I want a burn session with all the fans, so it doesn't have to be right now. You can do it today, tomorrow, whenever.
So I
Everybody
probably won't be
else
able to
has to
burn
pick
it
something
until after we get back from break.
Wait, Frank. You said you left at the office. Where'd you leave? You're tearing shit down there. Where'd you leave it?
It's in my bin.
My
Okay.
picture.
Take a video once you do, and then we'll splice them all together. Don't
It's got to
burn
be
it on the USA
something.
side.
It's got to
Yeah.
be something that is specific to this season. You know, you can't just be something you have around the house. Like, what did you get this offseason or this year that is specifically 2023? If anybody has any of that stuff, burn it.
All right. So Frank,
I literally ordered that jersey like 2 days before the Edwin Diaz injury.
See,
That
It's
really
your
might
fault,
be the
Frank. It's
first
your
jersey.
fault.
see, Frank, when you come at me and you get mad because I use a song that is like 40 years old, and then you bought a jersey that has been a part of a cursed exhibition since the moment it happened, that's when I'm like, is this guy fucking with me? Is he like legitimately
I
fucking with me?
fucked up. I fucked up. I saw it for $20. I got it.
That's a deal. That's a deal, Frank. I will give you like that much. That's a deal.
If you don't think I'm clipping the I fucked up and just cutting off all the rest,
I
Take
fucked up with that jersey. I'll admit it.
Yep. We all fucked up. Kev fucked up getting a hat that
We all
looks like
fucked up.
it should be a Braves hat, right? Like that's
Mhm,
a giant
mhm.
fish on it. I fucked up by not knowing that Flashdance came out before the Mets were good in the 80s. Phil fucked up because his parents love him and got him a nice toy for Christmas. I guess we all fucked up. We all
What's
fucked up.
Kyle's gonna? Does Kyle have anything to burn?
I'm on the 6th floor of an apartment building, so I can't burn it here. I gotta go outside.
Kyle will burn something.
Yeah.
Kyle will burn something like when you do afterwards. But Frank, like I have your word, like, and listen, the reason I am not debating you about this, like we can talk Mets like we do. I love doing that. I don't go back and forth anymore because the bet last season, I said I can't just like go back and forth, make bets with you. And
Kyle,
then-
we got to burn that. Yeah, that's something else we have to burn. Burn
What?
the bet.
Burn the what?
Burn the bet.
What's that?
The bat.
The bet. The trade deadline bet. We got to burn that.
Frank, you lost 4 bets to me. You lost 4 bets to me in a row.
And
just
that
a
was the
trade
only
deadline
bet. That's the only bet I dispute. I was quiet up until that because I looked at how these players were performing, and it just made me
That wasn't a
angry. I call them the. We got worse at the trade deadline, not better.
I'm gonna burn this hat also because
Yes,
there's nothing
that's
to
a
be
good call.
positive about.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Throw a Mets pin in there. That counts. That's all part of it.
I also
Write the bet
might
down
just
on
want to
paper
point out.
and
I might
burn
just
it.
want to point out, Kyle. Maybe you should start walking again. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say at first I'd say burn a treadmill. Then I'm like, no, you should start
gotta
running
bring
on
the treadmill
that.
They
back.
lost every game that I walked last year, according to you, which is also not true. They were about 500, but they also
No,
won
but
101 games.
maybe it was like
I was sacrificing myself week after week. So
yeah,
we could
you
win
know
all
what
the
it
series.
was? you know what it was, Kyle? We were winning on the days that your body was recovering. That was what you were giving us. So you got to tear your body down on losses and build it back up during wins.
Burn those calories, Kyle. Do them for the fucking team.
Yeah. We burn stuff. You burn calories.
And get rid of this bet that's hanging over me. Let's erase it. Let's
Frank, that sounds like you're just being opportunistic.
No. But hear me out. That trade deadline was a disaster.
But that
they would have been better off doing nothing.
So
Frank, this is wait. Listen. What if we traded for Juan Soto and he was bad, like the Padres? Would you have said, "Well, that trade deadline didn't work out"? You can't dispute after the fact.
If you remember, I saw Michael Givens' name. I said, "Who's this bum?"
That was the only one that I would take umbrage with because they had Robertson, and now we see how good Robertson could be. But like, you hated Ruff and you hated Vogelback, and like Ruff didn't pan out, but his numbers pointed to the fact that it should have.
The moves that they
gave up.
Well, not the amount of
not that I like JD Davis, but JD Davis is a better
Frank,
player.
Get out of here! You were so done with JD Davis.
I didn't say I liked JD Davis. I just said that JD Davis was a better player than Darren Ruff. Darren Ruff was dropping. Do you remember one of the games we beat the Giants in? Darren Ruff dropped a fly ball.
Yeah.
He's a designated hitter, Frank. He wasn't supposed to ever see the field. JD Davis was taking 88 miles per hour down the dick and couldn't catch up with it.
Marte doesn't mess up his finger, and I actually think we win the division.
If we trade for Tommy Pham instead of Darren Ruff last year,
that's probably true. So, Frank, listen, I'm going to say this about the bet. The problem with the bet is that if this year or whenever they're fucking in the buyers at the trade deadline again, you're going to say they got to trade this, they got to trade that. Trade deadline does not mean success. If you trade for a guy, it doesn't mean he's going to come in and put up Yo Cespedes or even Javi Baez.
I'm not asking for that, but they needed. They needed just a little bit more.
But because Frank, we cited this a million times. Vogelback, while not like lighting the world on fire, was the best bat acquired at the deadline. What do you want?
Vogelback wasn't awful last year. He's awful this year, but he wasn't awful last year.
Right. So that was a guy they got. I guess it wasn't the deadline, but they acquired him like in mid-season to get better. You can't.
But the problem was we knew that he could only hit lefty, bat left-handed. He can't.
But that was because Ruff was mashing on the other side. He was supposed to compliment him, and Ruff.
But he wasn't mashing. Darren Ruff.
Yes, he was.
Ruff had an awful year last year,
but not on
his numbers. Right. That was the point, is that we were going to use those two together, and he sucked.
You throw this out. You throw out that bad vibe.
Okay.
You throw it out.
Okay, listen. Part of the bet.
Wait. Before you even say it, because I'm not letting him do this. That was a last year thing. Last year was the greatest seaon ever. Fuck you, Frank. You're not off the hook for that. This is only about this year.
We need to burn it now. We need to burn it.
No, you're not getting off the hook.
No, I made the bet. I will burn the bet. The bet will be burned with the DVD. With that, I am not going to have any more fucking Frank the Tank and I'm not going to Frank the Tank blaming me, blaming Kevin, blaming Phil for fucking losses as we're living and dying with this team. You get off my fucking ass. No more dragons. I'll burn you like a fucking dragon. No more dragons.
You have a dragon? I could burn a dragon with you.
We're all being dragons. We're all going to burn shit right now. This is basically sponsored by House of the Dragon podcast. So, all right. So listen, Frank, we'll make things whole between me and you. This will be the end of the bet. It'll be the end of the Cold War. It'll be the end of any other kind of shit. As a man, I will do that. I will be on the Thanksgiving episode. But if you fucking pull some shit on me, it's over. Like, listen, Frank, this is the God's honest truth, Frank. I don't know if I can trust you. Like I'm putting my hand out. I'm ready to shake hands. You burnt me by going back on the bet. You burnt me again by not wearing the hat. So it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you're not gonna fool me again. Fool me 3 times, like I should just fucking burn myself because I'm a fucking moron for doing this. So Frank, like I can't even say like what's the penalty if you like burn me here, because it's like who gives a shit.
You're a child, Frank, who goes unchecked with no punishment.
So Frank, is like your word on the line here. Is this fucking it? We make a peace treaty here, we burn this shit, and we hope the goddamn 25 assholes in Flushing can start winning baseball games again.
That's all I wanted.
I feel like I'm watching Rocky IV. Like, if they can change and I can change, we all can change.
I mean, this is
hope
a
this
fucking
team
lost,
changes.
This is a fucking lost season. The goal is not to make the playoffs now. The goal is to get to fucking 500. 82 and fucking 80. Is that too much to ask for these fucking bums?
Yep.
Okay.
You're right.
To finish the goddamn fucking
All right,
season
so let's
strong.
burn, baby.
To
So,
fucking
yeah.
get everything fucking in the right direction for next year. Find out who we can fucking get to take this. And I do mean this. Every motherfucker in that bullpen right fucking now.
I will say this. I'm so sick of the half measures. We've never actually had a teardown in my lifetime.
Yeah.
There's never
Well,
been a
and-
It's always
and
like,
that's-
let's go get this one guy to make everybody happy. And if we do that, I will be fucking pissed.
That was the Wilpons special because they were always afraid of not selling tickets.
And that's actually what I mean by it's still Wilpon. I'd rather
But
the Mets
but
lose
But they were in the hunt last year and the year before.
Frank,
I'd rather the
Yeah, you
Mets
haven't
lose
given them any
110
time.
games deciding to rebuild than
Frank,
to lose
you
to
have
go 80 to finish fourth place, 76 and 86.
Frank, you're living like day to day. Owners do not look at the world like that. There hasn't been any reason for a teardown until right now. And then right off the bat, you can't expect them to immediately make that decision. They just invested $45 million in two guys. They got to figure out how the teardown would work. Do they have the right farm system to tear it down? Are there good free agent classes worth the teardown? Like, there's a lot of shit that goes into that. You can't just say do it.
And also going into the season, we were up there in the odds to go to the World Series.
To win the World
again.
Series. Like,
You know what I mean? Like, and we were third in rotation preseason based on whoever we got. But obviously they haven't performed to the numbers. But like they built a team that on paper should have gotten us in the
That's
conversation.
why when people get mad at Buck and Epler, it's like prior to this season, nobody thought this was going to happen. So it's on the players.
All right. So peace in our time. Peace in our time. Frank, I have your word on this. We're good now. And listen, I can't tell you not to be negative about the Mets, and you're going to do your rants. That's like I can't tell a tiger not to change his stripes. Like I said, when the cameras are off, you're still screaming, all that kind of stuff.
I'm going after the Mets. I'm going after Billy Epler.
Yep, that's fine. I want you to also remember this, and I'm not going to kill you for it. Like, you legitimately did kind of fuel the Braves, like when they said they'd go back and hear your rants, and it got them excited and made them want to win even more. Like, that's just a fact. It's over. It happened. Like, just think about that. Think about you've reached the presence now.
Clem won't. I will kill you for that. You rally Yankee fans. You rally Braves fans. You are hurting the team. You are making it better for the opposition. And I can't believe that someone who loves the team as much as you do would continue to do that. It's crazy.
Stand when they don't play well.
Well, figure out a different way. Hey, Frank, then figure out a different way to process that because what you do actually hurts the team.
That's a lame excuse. They got
it's not an excuse. They got to. It's reality. When the Braves are like, we love this. We get together as a team. And
I'm not even thinking about the Braves right now, and that's fucking ridiculous.
And you know what?
And
you know what's funny?
If
you should have been thinking about them last year when you crushed your own team. If all of your rants were about how the Braves don't lose, we'd all be on the same page. Instead, you were crushing a team that won 100 games, and you're an asshole for it.
They should have won more.
And actually, you know what? We can burn all this until you admit that you were an asshole to a team that won 100 games. Things will never change.
Frank,
and you're not going to do it.
Frank, that's the most wins we've ever seen a Mets team have. I mean, I guess you could remember 86. I don't remember 86. What was that, 108?
He was awake for all those games in 86 outside the last two.
Yeah, exactly. So
no, I was awake. I was awake up until 9:30 every game. I saw the.
You're not going to admit it, but whatever. We'll burn them.
I saw the Dykstra home run. I saw the game 6 in Houston. That was something.
That was something. All right, Frank. So listen,
my bedtime on school nights was 9:30. My bedtime on week nights was 11. So I didn't get to see the extra innings.
The
game started earlier back then, though, didn't they?
Nope, they started later.
Oh man,
they started at 8:30.
Okay, so Frank, listen. Peace in our time. The bet will be squashed with the burning of this DVD, the deletion of the thing. My edge of the grudge is over. You have to burn that jersey the next time you get it safely, responsibly. Film it so we can see it. I need proof again because I need to trust you.
I'll record it with them.
And I also need you to get off everyone's ass here. We have to be united front as Mets fans. I've learned that I will get off your ass.
I will get off your ass.
And KFC, like, you could have beef with him with the way he handles his business. We could also say, Frank, you realize you might be motivating our fucking enemies and you're getting the other 29 fan bases to just dump on us. But from my end, we're good. From your end, we're good. Once the DVD is burned and the jersey's burned. Deal?
Yes. And like I said, I was hoping that I brought it in yesterday because I was hoping Phil would take it and we'd all like had to put everything in a
That's all right. That's all right. We don't have to do it right now.
Yeah, that's okay.
Fine. We'll get it done.
Phil texted us and was like, Frank wants to burn this jersey like right fucking now. So it just obviously didn't
Yeah,
work.
I didn't know how we were going about it.
So
sooner the better. The sooner the better.
Yeah. So Frank, when that jersey's burned, I'll take it as a sign of peace. I'm burning the DVD as my sign of peace. If you don't do it, you are a fraudulent piece of shit and you are a fake, phony human. All right. Is that fair to say?
So I burned a hat too.
Yeah, burn it all.
Anything.
Anything. Baseball classic. Burn it all.
Burn it all. Yeah, burn it all. Fucking.
I'll
down,
burn the
Frank.
hat too, even though I really love the hat.
I'll look.
See, that's the thing, though. That's the point. You got to give up something you actually like. You know, this was.
I like the jersey too.
Frank, do you think I don't like? Do you think
But I
that
don't
song
love
is
it.
not great? That
What?
What a Feeling might be the greatest song ever created, and I'm basically burning it right now.
I'm
Like,
burning a gift from my firstborn son.
All right, so Frank, I think we're on the right path here. Hopefully, the people down in Flushing are the same. We're gonna let you go now. We're gonna burn our shit. I have your word. You're gonna burn the jersey whenever you get it back. Okay?
I don't know when I'll be able to burn it, but at
We will
worst,
burn-
I'll be able to burn it by probably. We just have to find a spot.
Just
It
take
can
the
be at my
video. That's
rate.
all.
It can be. We'll do it. You know, it'll be. Yes, we'll do it when
Video
we can.
proof.
Okay?
Yeah, you have like 7 cameramen at Barstool. I'm sure one of them can, help out at any given moment.
Yeah,
So Frank,
the only thing is I just got to find a spot.
Yeah.
We will figure. Maybe you got to Stu's place or something. We'll figure it out.
we have Barstool at the ballpark on Saturday. If you're there, we'll shake hands.
I'll
We'll,
see about it. I'll see how I feel. I'm going on a road trip with Doug's down to Virginia. We have to figure out the timing of that.
Nice.
All right.
All right,
Enjoy,
Frank.
brother.
Be good.
All right.
Thanks for coming
Have a
on.
good one,
Safe
pal.
travels.
Be good. All right. So now we're going to burn some shit. And today's burning session, bad juju clearance, whatever you want to call, it's brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook. Feels like a good, tie-in. I feel like that's something that, the gambling mind can appreciate juju more than anybody in the world.
Big time. Gambling like Juju. If you've been losing on the Mets, we're gonna clear it all out. Let's go.
Yep, we're clearing it all right now. I love my Barstool Sportsbook. We got the app there. We got Dan. We got Dave. You know them. They're average-looking fellows at best, not as good as the forward-looking men on here right now. Today's bet of the day. We're going Barstool Baseball bombs away. Toronto Blue Jays, Houston Astros, and New York Mets all to hit a home run on June 29th. Boosted from 165 to 200. Carl, you dog you. You knew
Let's
you were
go.
going to be on. We got to believe you knew you were getting the burn juju boost today.
Let's
So
go.
everyone right now, download and sign up for the Barstool Sportsbook today. Terms apply. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I realize this is not going to be the most what's the word I'm looking for? Not visually, audioly, or what's the
Bad
This is
radio.
what- was it ASMR or something?
Yeah.
This is incentive to go subscribe to our YouTube channel because you're gonna
Yes.
want to watch.
We're all gonna burn stuff. So I'm gonna go
You'll
outside.
probably pay like $5 on OnlyFans for this kind of like burning session. I don't know.
All right, so Kev, you can burn the hat right now. I'm gonna hop on
Okay.
and join you guys when I get outside.
All right,
Same.
I'm
I'm gonna
going
flip to
to-
my phone in the backyard.
Let's do it nice and dramatic here. I've got the hat in the box. Here she is. Here's the beauty. It's even got
Pin
the
and all.
pin still. New era cap. It's got the the big bass on it. It's I'm gonna put it on one more time before we do it, just so people can remember the ridiculousness of how big it is. There we go. There's the hat, 2023. Which way? This way? There we go. You can see the bass there. The hat 2022 was so successful that I figured we'll make it a yearly thing, and maybe I should have stuck with that. Let me get the gasoline out now. I'm going to pour the gasoline on the hat first.
Do not burn down your house.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the wind right now. The wind situation isn't exactly ideal.
Mets fan starts forest fire, trying to turn
Yeah.
around the juju.
Okay, that should be plenty of gasoline, I think. Okay, let me get this far away from the fire. Okay. I'm a city boy. I don't really do these things. So, okay, I'm going to put is the hat in frame?
Hat is up. Yes.
I can move that. Good? Yeah.
Yep. Dead center.
I'm going to light this
And this
little, I got a little
commencing-
baby log. I'm going to light it on fire, and then we'll toss it on there.
Got to do something.
Give it a second. Come on. I really thought I was going to have a nice tradition. I was going to get the weird New Era cap every year, you know?
Put it in a nice little box.
Yep.
Get it prepared. We got Clem back on. He is in the backyard. Whoop.
So yeah, we
got smoke going.
this is the DVD. It's in a coffee can. I think this is the best. I'm gonna throw some WD-40.
Oh wow!
Look at that beauty.
Oh, look at that go!
Dracarys.
This is how you exercise the demons, folks. Burn,
Gorgeous.
hate, burn. Everybody say a little prayer. As it burns, say a little prayer to the baseball gods. Say a prayer to I don't know, Gary Carter up above, Tom Seaver, all the all-time greats. We gotta just.
We are sacrificing to the baseball gods right now. Please take us under your wing. Look over the fan base that needs a little bit of extra help out there.
Look how poetic as the NY just like slowly melts. Look at that melting away. This is all the bad juju melting away. This is 6-run games where we lose, 7-run games where we lose. This is 25th in starting pitching. This is Edwin Diaz, broken leg, all of it. Look at this.
Oh, Phil with the torch.
Let's
Here's
go.
Max Scherzer, Funko Pop.
Burn it all.
Holy shit. Just need the flash dance for the final.
All right, let's have to get some Tinder in here. Day one fire.
Woo. Let me get a close up on that, Phil. My goodness. It's glorious.
I want to stay at least a bit far back here. Like, oh, there goes Max.
I sprayed a bunch of WD-40 in here. Now I'm putting leaves in. This feels like a dumb idea, but Joe's being a Mets fan, I guess. This is not coming out as I planned. I don't know if you guys can see. We got some neighbors walking too. They don't know what the hell's going on.
Sure.
Much like the season, Clem's having performance issues. We'll be there soon.
Yeah, can't even burn a leaf. That seems like a problem.
I don't know if anyone's ever burned a Funko Pop before. Like, I don't know what the end result's going to look like.
Probably like
I can tell now that I'm gonna have a little clump of rocks that are like melted together with a little bit of blue, and I'm just gonna drive over this every day and remember it. The brim is just slowly burning, and I feel like it's just very symbolic of baseball. It's just a slow burn that sucks.
got a nice little blue flame coming here too. God damn it. Oh, I got a fire starter. I know what I can do. So that looks majestic, though. The hat, the Funko Pop, they're burning good.
Ready?
You know what you could do too, Clem? Throw the DVD in the microwave. That was a classic.
Oh,
I feel like I'll get like some nice sparks out of it too. I had a buddy in college who didn't have a microwave growing up, and no joke, like 5 different times he would like put like aluminum foil in the microwave and it would just start exploding. I'm like, dude, we've talked about this before. I'll tell you, man. I don't know about you guys because like Kevin and Meek are city boys, maybe Kyle, but up here in the burbs, everyone has their stories of how they had their pyro days, and then the day where you almost burned down the entire house. So,
Well, I was straight up
in about
nervous. I was legit nervous. I was like, this is something I'm not thinking through. There's going to be like wind that all of a sudden sets my house on fire or I don't know what, but
yeah,
we had a successful burn. And I actually
controlled
stood
burn,
there.
as they say.
I stood there. I'm standing in the smoke. Like it's just like washing into me and it's disgusting. And I feel like that's just, I'm breathing it in. I'm spitting it out. We're getting rid of this shit.
Man,
There
that
she
Funko
goes.
Pop is charged as shit. We got liftoff, Clem?
You can't recognize this anymore.
What a feeling. Please believe it.
Yep, we're good now. We're melting. You can smell the plastic.
Burning, baby.
That's a mess up on our part. Last year, we destroyed the Luis Castillo bobblehead.
We did it
jumped off the
preseason, right?
bridge. We gotta clear the air every year before the season starts.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can see. I see like the legitimate like DVDs actually melting on the inside. There's some gnarly.
Yes, that's what you need. I just got the brim cooking now. I need to go up. This might. I mean, we might have to. I might have to let this burn for like an hour to finish the brim. The brim is holding strong, and I think that's what it's about.
The things you do.
Because there's so much to get rid of. You know, you burn a quick piece of paper or whatever. That's like you get rid of one loss when you had 7 runs. When you have 12 losses with 7 runs or whatever it is, you got a slow burn.
I want to hear like you're saying we want all the listeners to burn some shit. I want to hear like what the fuck the Mets burned. I want to hear what Pete's burning.
What is kind of crazy, I don't think it would happen with the New York franchise, but there is a possibility in my head. Barstool has gotten big enough that this could reach players or people in the organization. And sometimes I'm like, if we played for like the Athletics, if we root for the Athletics, I think like some players might burn some shit. I don't know if we're gonna get the Mets burning things, but maybe someone in the farm system, maybe someone in the office, ticket sale, I don't know, whatever. If we could get someone we need someone inside the walls of City Field to burn something, just to get it all the way to the guys.
Burn responsibly. Don't burn something in your living room or bedroom.
Yes.
Responsibly.
I don't want any JTP. We don't want anyone blowing fingers off. We don't want any houses burning down. We don't want any forest fires. That would be it. That would be unbelievable. We'd be the guys to cause like a North American forest fire. The air index is up to 500 again because Mets fans don't know how to burn shit.
Oh, why's the sky orange? Oh, it's because they lost another game with 7 runs.
Imagine that, like on the Weather Channel. Well, the Mets dropped 2 out of 3 this weekend, so be on the lookout for air index.
DM us any of your videos if you've taken them. Again, do it responsibly, but we'll feature anything that you guys are willing to burn.
Yeah, give you a nice close up here as we wrap up.
I mean, we're at Ash State right now, down here. Can you guys see that? I got like nothing left here.
Look at this. You see this blue, like, this is like hardened blue rock. It's like I have a volcano here now. And it's going to be there. And it'll always remind us of this godforsaken season.
Dad, what happened there? 2023 Mets, son. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. You guys probably can't see it, but there's some bubbling going on in there. It's just, we are. If this doesn't work, then I don't believe in any sort of juju anymore. Because this is it right here. This is how you get rid of the bad stuff.
And listen, we're not fully Voltron yet. There's a man in Jersey who has to go to New York City, get his jersey, and burn it. Like, that's when we form Voltron. We've done our part, though. So, and with this, the bet is over now. I have burned my end of the bet with Frank, my grudge, when that jersey burns. God's Scout's honor. Scout's honor.
All right. Burn, baby, burn.
Gotta believe.
Gotta
believe.
Gotta believe.
Gotta believe.